glucose watch. It's just a regular watch you wear on your wrist, except on the bottom it's got two gel pads. And the gel pads will create low-level currents to help extract glucose from the capillary through the skin into the gel. Once it's in the gel, it will react with glucose oxidase and will produce similar reaction, and it'll produce hydrogen peroxide. And there's biosensors in these pads, and it will pick up how much hydrogen peroxide is being produced. And from that and the calibration you do at the beginning, you can convert that into a glucose meter. And so from these three different methods, we have the handheld, we have the glucose watch, and the implantable one. They've all got their advantages and disadvantages. For the handheld, it gives you near instant readings. And so like Ron said, it takes about 5 seconds for you to get the reading. It's not that expensive, and the only problem is it's invasive, and you have to like poke your finger. And it's recommended you do that about 3 times a day, but it's uncomfortable, so people usually do it like once or twice a day. And so one way to get over that is with the glucose watch, because it doesn't require needles, it's non-invasive, and it gives you continuous measurements. And so you don't have to wait till you feel symptoms to realize that my blood sugar is getting too high or too low. And so you can prevent certain symptoms and kind of see what's going to happen before it does. Disadvantages though, it takes about 3 hours to warm up, and it has about an 18-minute delay in readout time, so it's not as fast as the handheld glucose monitor. It can be kind of expensive. Each watch ranges from about $250 to $350, and each time you replace the pads at the bottom, gel pads, it's about $4 to $5. For the implantable glucose monitor, the one you saw is it's a short-term implantable glucose monitor, and after you insert it once, you don't have to prick your fingers anymore for blood, so that's good. And it also gives you continuous measurements. A major disadvantage is biocompatibility. So what happens is you start getting tissue forming on the two electrodes. So when you get tissue formation on those, it messes with your readings. It doesn't pick up proper currents. And so when it converts that into your blood glucose level, it's always skewed, it loses accuracy. And another thing is toxicity. The chemicals that are inside those handles, if they ever get out, it can be really harmful to your body. So you want to make sure those stay in. And it's important to have continuous measurements, because if you want to close up the loop and set up like a control system where you automatically input insulin when needed, it's important to have just to have continuous measurements, so it's always changing depending on when you need insulin and when you don't. So here are references. Any questions?
Okay, any questions for them while the next person sets up?
Those gel pads, how often do they have to be replaced?
You use them, you have to calibrate it. They work on like 12-hour periods. So once you calibrate it once, you use it for about 12 hours. And then I believe you have to change them after that.
And then you have to recalibrate every time?
Mm-hmm. And it takes about 3 hours for it to warm up and so
Can you detect glucose? I wanted to ask, which one is more accurate in measurement, GDH or the PQQ measurement?
The PQQ, GDH is definitely the most accurate, since it's electron transport quick. So information will get to the electrode at a better time. But it is really expensive, so it's rarely used.
Well, which one's more accurate?
I think it's like the last slide. It was like the one with the compatible. It was like the toxic. What was did it ever say like what the chemicals were like?
They didn't say like specifically which ones. It's just because there's a big struggle in there. And so if those get out, if there's a leak out, it can be toxic.
I was kind of wondering about the watch. So if there's like glucose and like being absorbed into the watch, and it's like producing hydrogen peroxide. If there's like a buildup of water, does it cause problems for the user? Like does it make their skin pruny, or it's causing bacteria?
The gel is supposed to prevent that from happening, where it kind of builds up on your skin and stuff. That's why you have to replace it so often. Like every 12 hours you have to replace it.
Every 12 hours?
Yeah, because it works for about 12 hours, and you have to recalibrate it and replace it. So.
Also for the glucose watch, Does it matter if you're, for example, you're wearing like sunblock or something, or you're sweating, or you wear lotion? Does that impact the measurements?
I'm not sure. Actually. I'm not sure. It shouldn't.
Between all three different, I guess, devices, are the accurate reading differs from each one, or should they all spit out the similar readings?
What's the question?
Like, you know how you gave us the comparison between the three different models or devices? Would each one of those have different like readings if, let's say, we measure a person, or would they all give out like, you know, more or less accurate readings?
They all should fairly be within the same range. Of course, there are going to be some discrepancies between the method you use, depending on the invasiveness. Obviously, more invasive, the more accurate your reading is going to be.
I was going to say, like, the main difference between the readings would be, like, the delay at which they're accurate. So, like, the glucose watch, since it takes time for the glucose to, like, from the core of your body to, like, diffuse through your skin and stuff, it would be a more delayed reading.
What do you guys think of the future of glucose sensing? What else do you, like, what do you guys think will happen in the future, or just future developments with, I mean, these seem all pretty advanced. Do you think it's going to top off, or do you feel like they're going to be,
Well, the overall goal is to actually have like a feedback system. So it actually monitors like how your glucose is, and then you can actually, I mean, they already have insulin pumps, but then if you get actual measurements and readings, like on the spot, and you actually have it, I can tell you, okay, I need this much insulin to be pumped into my body. So that's the overall goal.
I was going to say, I think we're going to start moving towards more physical methods, like using light, since it's less invasive, and you could, you know, in theory, like, measure it continuously, and then, like, implant back into, like, you know, a control system that feeds you insulin.
I think the ultimate like way of the future is have some kind of thing to actually fix like your insulin. So really you won't even have diabetes. Like it'll just you'll constantly get insulin, like it'll be just artificial insulin and stuff. So
artificial pancreas?
Or artificial pancreas, yeah. So you won't even need to check for like glucose levels anymore.
Let's move on to the next talk.